From the outside, a successful World of Warcraft raid can look simple. 20 players enter, they deal damage, the boss dies. But reliable raid clears are rarely decided by damage alone. They are decided by preparation, communication, and how quickly the group responds when something goes wrong. In this video, we are breaking down the systems that allow organized raid groups to clear bosses efficiently and consistently. We will look at preparation before the pull, role assignments, mechanic execution, communication, recovery, and the decisions that separate a controlled raid from a chaotic one. These principles apply across normal, heroic, and mythic progression, regardless of the specific boss or raid tier. Before we continue, if you need help with retail raid clears, Mythic Plus, leveling, or gearing, you can find MCK's available services at mckboost.com and through the G2G shop linked below. MCK also offers available TBC Anniversary services, including dungeon progression, attunements, and raid clears. Now let's look at what makes an organized raid successful. The first major difference between an organized raid and an unreliable pug appears before the boss is even pulled. Strong groups remove preventable problems in advance. Players repair their equipment. They activate the correct consumables. They confirm talents and equipment. Important mechanics are assigned, and everyone understands where they should stand when the encounter begins. None of these actions are exciting. They will never appear in a dramatic highlight montage. But every minute spent preparing can prevent several minutes of wiping later. A player who enters with the wrong setup may perform poorly for the entire encounter. A player who does not understand an assignment may cause a wipe during the first mechanic. And a raid that begins before everyone is ready is already gambling with the attempt. Organized groups do not rush to start. They prepare so thoroughly that, once the pull begins, everyone can focus completely on execution. The second difference is assignment clarity. In an unorganized group, the raid leader may explain a mechanic by saying that someone should interrupt, someone should soak, or someone should handle an ad. But when a responsibility belongs to everyone, it often belongs to nobody. Reliable groups give important mechanics to specific players or specific roles. One player handles the first interrupt, another handles the second. A defined group moves to the first soak. Another group handles the next. A particular healer prepares for a dangerous damage event. And the tanks know exactly when the boss should move or when a swap should happen. Assignments do not remove individual responsibility. Every player still needs to react to the encounter, but clear ownership prevents hesitation. During a dangerous mechanic, the group should not be asking who will handle it. That decision should already have been made before the pull. The third principle is simple, but players ignore it constantly. Mechanics come before personal damage. Every damage dealer wants a strong performance. Every healer wants efficient output. Every tank wants to maximize uptime. But a damage meter does not reward the raid for surviving. The boss does. A player who continues attacking for 1 extra second may gain a small amount of damage. But if that player fails to move a dangerous effect, misses a soak, or dies outside healing range, the entire raid can lose the attempt. The best raiders understand when damage matters and when survival matters more. They know that moving early is often better than moving at the last possible moment. They stop attacking when their assignment requires complete attention. And they understand that the highest damage player is not valuable if their decisions repeatedly end the pull. Reliable raid damage comes from staying alive and maintaining control throughout the encounter. The fourth principle is planned cooldown usage. In an inexperienced group, major healing and defensive cooldowns are often used reactively. Several healers may press powerful abilities at the same time. The first damage event becomes easy. Then the next one arrives and the raid has nothing available. Organized groups distribute their cooldowns across the encounter. One healer covers the first major damage event, another covers the second. Personal defensives are assigned or strongly encouraged during specific overlaps. Damage reduction is used before health bars collapse, not afterward. This creates consistency. The raid is no longer hoping that someone reacts quickly enough. It knows which defensive resources will answer each dangerous moment. Cooldown planning is not only for healers. Damage dealers should understand when their personal defensives are needed. Tanks should plan mitigation around predictable boss abilities. And the entire group should know when survival is more important than saving an ability for later. The fifth principle is communication. More communication is not always better. During an encounter, several people speaking at once can hide the information that actually matters. Strong raid communication is short, timely, and relevant. Call the mechanic before players need to react. Use consistent words. Avoid explaining the entire strategy again during the pull. And keep frustration out of active combat. The raid leader may call the next mechanic. Tanks communicate swaps and boss movement. Healers warn the group when major resources are unavailable. Players with important debuffs confirm where they are moving. Everything else can wait. Good communication reduces mental load. Instead of every player trying to remember the entire encounter at once, the group receives small reminders at the exact moments they matter. The objective is not to fill silence. The objective is to make the next correct decision easier. The sixth principle is recovery. Even experienced players make mistakes. A player may die. A mechanic may be handled imperfectly. The raid may take more damage than expected. What separates reliable groups is how quickly they decide what happens next. Can the pull still be completed? Is a combat resurrection available? Are the tanks stable? Do the healers have enough resources? Is the dead player essential to a future mechanic? If the situation is recoverable, the group should remain calm and continue executing. But if the attempt is clearly lost, the raid should reset efficiently. Dragging an impossible pull forward wastes time, durability, and concentration. Strong groups avoid both extremes. They do not immediately surrender after one mistake. But they also do not spend several minutes pretending a doomed attempt can still succeed. They evaluate the situation and commit to one decision together. The seventh principle is learning between attempts. Many groups wipe, run back, and immediately pull again without changing anything. The result is usually another wipe to the same mechanic. Organized groups use the short period between attempts to identify the actual problem. Did players misunderstand their positions? Was an interrupt missed? Did the raid lack a defensive cooldown during a particular overlap? Was the boss moved too late? Did an important player receive too many responsibilities? The solution should be specific. Move one marker, change one assignment, use a defensive earlier, replace a player in an interrupt rotation, or adjust the timing of a major cooldown. Avoid turning every wipe into a 10-minute lecture. Most failed attempts do not require rebuilding the entire strategy. They require one or two precise changes. Progression becomes faster when every attempt provides useful information. This is why organized raid services appeal to many players. Some players understand the encounter, but do not have a guild schedule that matches their available time. Others are tired of groups collapsing after one failed attempt. Some need a specific boss clear, raid objective, achievement, or opportunity for available loot. An organized group provides a defined schedule, experienced players, and a clear plan for completing the content. The value is not only the boss kill, it is avoiding hours of group searching, repeated replacements, and runs that end before reaching the encounter you actually need. MCK offers available services for both retail World of Warcraft and TBC Anniversary. Retail options may include raid clears, Mythic Plus, weekly progression, leveling, and gearing support. TBC Anniversary options may include dungeon progression, leveling, reputation assistance, attunements, and raid clears. Visit mckboost.com or use the G2G shop through the first links in the description to view current availability, service details, and delivery options. Reliable raid clears are built from several connected habits. Prepare before the first pull. Give important mechanics clear ownership. Choose survival over meaningless personal damage. Plan defensive and healing cooldowns. Keep communication short and useful. Recover when the pull is still winnable. And make a specific adjustment after every failed attempt. The best raid groups are not perfect. They are prepared, disciplined, and able to adapt faster than the encounter can punish them. Subscribe to MCK WoW WW for more retail raid guides, Mythic Plus breakdowns, TBC Anniversary content, and World of Warcraft strategies. And if you need help completing a raid, progressing through Mythic Plus, or reaching another retail or TBC goal, visit mckboost.com or use the G2G shop linked below. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your next raid.